Thank you, Steve. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers, Gdansk Authority, for giving me a chance and opportunity to participate in such an important webinar on such an important topic. As Steve already mentioned, my name is Aleksey PANASIUK, and I'm responsible for the international relations in the Ukrainian Seaports Authority. I just want to give a quick overview of the USPA functions and responsibilities. Now, we were founded 2013 after the Ukrainian ports reform. We're a state-owned enterprise with the assets over $750 million, 162 units of fleet. That's what we have, 265 berths, 17 channels, and our ports had handled over 159 million tons last year. We're situated in Odessa. The headquarters is in Odessa. And also we have 13 branches in each seaport, plus the Delta pilot branch and the dredging fleet branch. So what we do for the infrastructure, we provide the effective maintenance and of strategic infrastructure, construction and repair of berths, dredging works on the water area and on the channels, and also we maintain port infrastructure of common use. Also, we provide the navigation safety. As already been said, we implement the strategy for port development throughout the development plans of each port. And one of the key aspects of the strategy that we have is the attraction of potential cargo flows to our seaports and maritime terminals. And I'll give a quick overview of the history of the project that we're discussing today. On October 13th last year, in the framework of the visit of the President of Poland to Ukraine, our enterprise had signed a memorandum with Port of Gdansk Authority, the memorandum of intent, which gave a start to the development of the Baltic Sea Black Sea transport corridor. This memorandum has given an opportunity to create a Ukrainian-Polish working group, which actually had a first constituent meeting in the end of last year on December 17th. As for USPA, we had joined the working group as project coordinator from the Ukrainian side in order to create a platform for gathering all the interested stakeholders, public and private enterprises, to ensure successful implementation of this project. After the working group, by its results, after its first meeting, the participants have reached a mutual agreement on the need to form a single tariff for the carriage of goods through the seaport of Chernomorsk in the direction of Port of Gdansk, which will include both maritime and land sections of the route, and the calculation of the approximate delivery time of goods carried in containers and trailers. So basically, to implement the decisions of the working group, the Ukrainian side has conducted a series of events during the last couple of months. to launch the project using the transit potential of Ukraine and Republic of Poland. Rail transport and ferry opportunities, including the signing of the memorandum for cooperation between our state railway operator, Liski, the internal port operator, which is Ferry Plus, and the ferry carrier, Ukrferry. The aim of the memorandum is to create an international multimodal route from Turkey, port of Karasu, to Chernomorsk, to ferry complex, and then to Slavkov and port of Gdansk. This pilot project is aimed to test out the technology of train formation and coordination of traffic schedules. The first phase of the implementation is container transportation, and then we look to the trailer transportation. As of today, the parties of the memo undergoing the process of technology alignment and handling operations with the development of technological schemes for loading and storing containers and trainers within the ferry complex of Chernomorsk seaport, and also the rail station for platforms under feed. The parties of the memorandum are also in the process of negotiation with some Turkish partners to attract cargo traffic, potential cargo traffic. And there's some actually good perspectives for that, as we can see some possibility to attract the transit cargoes for Ukraine and Poland. And analyzing the volumes of freight transportation, we look at the Turkey-EU direction. And first of all, is traffic to Scandinavian countries. That is about 100,000 trucks per year. Turkish-German direction gives us around 200,000 units, out of 20,000 of which is have a destination of origin in the eastern part of Germany near the Polish border. And the Turkey-Sweden route, which has an average freight traffic of about 70,000 semi-trailers per year, most of which are currently transported by road.
Sorry, Aleksey.
Yes.
Sorry, Aleksey, to interrupt, because I understand you also have a presentation to share, and I'm not sure if you are assuming that you are sharing and it's not on screen, or...
I think, yes, I was assuming that.
Yeah, sorry, then I'm glad that I interrupted. Apologies that
Yes,
it
we
wasn't.
can just go quickly through it. That's the information I gave on the enterprise. The info on the memorandum. And actually, I stopped here on the.
Yeah, I think for all attendees as well, it just in case you've missed something on the previous slides, the slides will be made available through transport events after the event. So sorry, Aleksey, please
Yes,
continue.
thank you, Steve. Thank you. And also, we're looking at we're having large numbers of semi-trailers that are transported by rail using pocket wagons and ro-ro ferries across the Adriatic Sea. So considering the existing Turkey-EU freight volumes, we should have a good opportunity to attract the traffic of trailers and semi-trailers transported across the Adriatic Sea by offering advantageous conditions and competitive delivery time and also tariff. The potential cargo traffic volumes at the first stage of the project implementation may reach up to 8,000 units per year, but we need to take into account the technical means and the availability of rolling stock for today. The total potential could exceed 80,000 units per year. Well, basically, summing up, I want to say that by combining all the efforts of all the members of the working group, as well as Ukrainian and Polish and other European business entities that are interested in the project, we can create a cheaper alternative route for the traffic of container trailers and semi-trailers between Poland, Ukraine, and Turkey. Thank you for attention. That's all for me.
Thanks, Aleksey. Again, I'll just take advantage of my position in the chair just to ask a couple of questions, if I may, and then we'll obviously at the end we have more Q&As. One thing that concerns me a little bit about the prospect of this corridor is the impact that it has on some of the other ports and other port authorities. So, for example, I mean, you mentioned Chornomorsk, and that they're included in this proposal. Obviously, there's other ports like Odessa or TIS or whoever else in the Black Sea or in the Ukraine. I just wonder, is there a danger of say cargo that's destined for Kiev, for example, being shipped over Gdansk instead of its more natural route, which would be via Odessa, Chornomorsk? Do you see that as a threat for the Ukrainian ports?
I don't see that as a threat for Ukrainian ports unless a cargo moves through the ports. Anyway, it doesn't matter which port we choose inside our enterprise. Every port is actually our branch, and we are the head office. So if we're saying, speaking, for example, Chornomorsk or Odessa, it shouldn't have any threats for that. So